There's this one book that has quietly changed millions of lives, and it all kicked off from a moment of just absolute despair. Today, we're going to dive into Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now, and not just what's inside, but the incredible story of how its message sparked a worldwide movement. I mean, this book is a cultural phenomenon. It's a #1 New York Times bestseller. It's been translated into dozens and dozens of languages. But what is it about this guide that's hit such a nerve with so many people? What's the real secret here? Well, the core idea is both incredibly simple and, honestly, revolutionary. It basically asks you to consider this. What if all that chatter in your head, the voice that's always worrying, judging, and replaying the past, isn't actually you? What if that voice is the real source of all your suffering?
To really get this, though, we have to go back to the beginning. We have to look at the author's own life. And believe me, his journey didn't start with some peaceful meditation. It started in the absolute depths of despair.
I mean, in his own words, Tolle describes his early life as being in a state of almost continuous anxiety, interspersed with periods of suicidal depression. He felt this deep, intense hatred for himself, this constant dread that just sucked all the meaning out of life. And then, one night, when he was at his absolute rock bottom, this one single thought just echoed in his mind. And it wasn't just a fleeting thought, it was the spark that was about to change everything.
That one little thought set off this profound, immediate shift in his consciousness. Now, this wasn't some slow, gradual process that took years. No, this was a sudden, complete, life-altering awakening. He was just struck by how strange that thought was. I can't live with myself. Wait a second. If I can't live with myself, then who is the I and who is the self? He suddenly saw that there were two of them, the real, observing I and this unhappy, made-up self created by his mind. And in that instant of seeing it, that false, suffering self just, poof, it dissolved. When he woke up the next morning, the world was brand new. That constant noise in his head, it was gone. He looked around his room and saw everything with this incredible, vibrant clarity, like he was seeing it for the very first time. And this wasn't just a passing good mood. For the next 2 years, with no job, no home, no real relationships, he just sat on park benches, day after day, in a state of what he called the most intense joy, just watching the world go by. So, years later, people started to notice this incredible peace he had. They started coming up to him, asking him questions. He began sharing what he'd learned, and eventually, all those conversations became the building blocks for The Power of Now, a guide so that other people could find their own way to that same presence. The book is pretty much a roadmap for this inner journey, right? It all starts with step 1, realizing you are not your mind. That compulsive thinker in your head is not who you truly are. From there, it shows you how to get out of your pain by stop identifying with it, just watching it without judging it. And finally, it guides you right into the now, the present moment, which Tolle says is the only place you can ever find true peace. Okay, so how did this super personal, profound experience turn into a global phenomenon? The story of the book's success is honestly just as amazing as the message itself. The book started off so small, just a tiny 3,000-copy print run back in 1997, with basically zero marketing. It just grew organically, person to person, becoming this kind of underground bestseller. And then Oprah Winfrey mentioned it, and it just skyrocketed to #1. By 2004, it was a massive worldwide success. And the secret to its early success was so simple. It worked. Booksellers like this guy Stephen Gowtry noticed this wild pattern. A customer would buy a copy, have this profound experience, and then come back to buy a whole stack of them for their friends and family. The book's growth was completely authentic. And the kinds of people it reached? It was incredible. Tolle got letters from everyone, Buddhist monks, Christian nuns, psychotherapists who were giving it to their patients. He even got letters from people in prison. This message about being present just connected with people from every single walk of life. It was totally universal. So when you boil it all down, what's the one crucial idea that brought peace and hope to so many millions of people? What's the ultimate takeaway from The Power of Now? Well, the book leaves us with this powerful and, frankly, pretty empowering message. By finding presence, we're not just finding our own inner peace, we're actually allowing the divine purpose of the universe to unfold through us.
It's basically telling us that our own awakening isn't just for us. It's essential for the awakening of the whole world. Now that's a powerful idea to sit with.